It was 1 year ago this week that parts of western New York were pummeled with lake-effect snow. Up to 7 feet of snow left people trapped in their homes and busy highways completely paralyzed.
Tonight, Luke Moretti takes a look at what worked during that November storm and what's being done now and being changed for the next big event. Luke?
Yeah, you know, it's one of those moments when you sit back today, a year later, and say, did that really happen? Words like epic, historic, and deadly have been used to describe the week known as Snowvember. Well, tonight, some of the lessons learned as snow preparations in western New York are fine-tuned.
There is no perfect way to do this.
It was a pummeling even by Buffalo standards.
We are the poster children for if it can go bad and happen, it'll happen here.
And it did. A narrow band with a big attitude pushed across parts of the region, dumping up to 7 feet of snow.
We weren't plowing this snow. We had to remove it.
It left some people trapped inside their homes.
I got to get them out of there.
Others stranded on streets.
A lot of the cars are completely buried.
Good neighbors offering a helping hand.
I ended up taking in 3 complete strangers last night.
Too much, too soon. Heavy enough to collapse roofs.
Oh, it's bad. There's about 6.5 feet.
It was a fast and furious gut punch. In Erie County, authorities say 11 deaths were attributed to the storm.
Everybody understood, hey, we're in a situation here. We have 7 foot of snow.
At times, the snow was so blinding that plow drivers had to shut down for their own safety.
People might be thinking, well, where the hell are the plows?
Yeah.
Well, they can't be on the road, right?
Right.
And while Snowvember 2014 is in the books, the planning and preparation for the next big one has been nonstop.
What lessons have we learned from this?
I think we learned quite a few lessons.
Erie County Emergency Services Commissioner Dan Nevereth says topping the list, better communication.
The lack of maybe communicating exactly what resources were on their way. We thought we had a lot of those things corrected after the October storm, but there was still room for improvement.
Erie County Highway Division Deputy Commissioner Bill Geary says technology to track assets has been expanded beyond plows.
And for command and control capabilities to know where everything is at a moment's notice so that we can look, and if there's some that changes, a higher priority comes in, we can make that change.
Geary says 5 new plow trucks are on order and more employees have been added to drive snow equipment.
We added 15 this year, and then we also have the 15 seasonals.
That's the county. But what about the city of Buffalo?
I think overall our plan worked very well.
But City DPW Commissioner Steve Stepniak says communications between multiple municipalities could use some sharpening.
How helpful other municipalities can be and how it's important for them to understand what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish in order to get traffic flow to move.
November's lake effect blast created more of the same headaches for the thruway. Stranded motorists going nowhere fast.
We've been here about 40 hours.
Closing busy Interstate 90 is one thing, but actually stopping traffic before it's too late is another.
Because we didn't immediately block every entrance and exit, people then continued to enter onto the thruway.
Maria Lehman is the Thruway Authority's acting director of maintenance and operations.
I think, we learned a lot from what happened last year.
She says more gates have been added at entrance ramps that connect to the mainline thruway.
This year we put 16 gates in 13 locations along the 190, the Niagara section. What's different this year is we put them on the 190. We didn't have them on the 190. And DOT is in the process of installing them on the 400. A couple on 290 and on 219.
And while timely road closures can make a huge difference, Lehman believes picking the right time to reopen is just as important.
I would rather have it closed a few more minutes and make sure everything is ready to go than having an issue somewhere in the system.
I think what you'll see this year is hopefully a quicker consensus with regards to opening the 90, the 400 and the 219, and others. We're expanding that to the 290 and the 990 as well.
Now, the State Department of Transportation is also a big part of this mix. The agency has met regularly with state, county, and local partners in an effort to improve and update its road closure and communications plan. Luke Moretti, News 4.